Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
Popeye's running around here somewhere. He's right there with his toy. And we're the RCSaylors. Today we're going to talk about RCS Fest coming up just less than 2 months away now.
It's crazy. We're super excited about it. And if this is your first time hearing about RCS Fest, it is our event, RCSaylor, RCS for short, Fest. It's happening on Father's Day weekend in June, starting Friday, June 15th at 8 a.m., lasting all weekend, all day Saturday, and ending Sunday, June 17th at 3 p.m. And it's happening at the Vinton County Airport in MacArthur, Ohio, or New Plymouth, Ohio. No one knows where those are anyways. It's the county shaped like a gun, only airport in the entire county.
It's a crazy small town.
But it's a beautiful airport.
So it's awesome. I grew up flying there. And anyone's welcome to bring anything there. You're welcome to bring your electric, gas, glow planes. We're encouraging you to bring your ground vehicles, electric, gas, glow, whatever. The only thing that we really aren't going to have at this event,
boats.
RC boats.
No boats.
Maybe it'll happen someday, but for this year, no boats.
A lot of people have actually already pulled up the airport on Google Maps and have seen the little pond. It's right over the hill.
Yeah.
The airport doesn't own that, unfortunately, but maybe one day we'll get access to that. But one really cool thing that a subscriber of ours did for us is Robert Goff reached out to us he created this awesome map for us of the entire event, and he helped us set up the layout and everything. So we'll have his info linked down below, and the most important thing is we'll have the registration link down below. The sooner you register, the more events and the more planning we can do for you guys.
Right. We're actually more people than I expected. We're registered people about 50 now that's going to be there. And you know, the way I want this weekend to happen is I just want it to feel like we're all friends hanging out.
And that's exactly what it's going to be.
Sharing the hobby together. Maybe learn a thing or two while you're there. I'm going to go out and fly stuff with you, do my best to get the buddy box stuff going. So we've got a few events planned, but we have the layout pretty well set in stone now. So we'll talk about that with you guys with the map here.
Our main goal with this is to just make friends, meet you guys, and just hang out.
Yes.
That's the goal of this event.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to it. So with the map, I'll go ahead and hit play on that. It zooms in right to the airport, and as you can see, it's at the Vinton County Airport, which has a 1 mile long paved runway, and it's nicely paved too.
Yeah, it's if you wanted to go from one end to the other, you really would want to jump in your car. It's a long walk.
Right. It's so crazy. I mean, just seeing it on that picture, you don't think about the full grand scale of it.
Huge.
But when you're there, you actually feel small.
It's huge.
On the runway.
Yeah. The first thing we zoom into here is the registration area. And it's going to be pretty simple. There's a little parking area in front of the building, and you can park there and walk up and register if there are multiple people there at the same time.
Yeah, we'll have a tent set up right there.
Yeah, and you can register, buy a few things that we'll have set up at that registration event too if you want, and then parking is just across the driveway in the grassy field there.
Yeah.
It should be just that big grass space that should be on the map right there.
Yeah, it's the perfect place for parking. It's not too far away from the flight line, so you won't have to carry your stuff.
It's also really
far.
close to the tent area, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So
then it zooms over to the actual runway, and the cool thing about our event is that you are flying at an airport, so you can stand right up on the runway and fly your plane.
Almost.
Yeah.
You got to be
on
a
the grass.
couple feet back
on the
from
grass,
the asphalt.
but your plane's going to be over the runway, and we're going to have you can set up your canopies right across on the runway. The only stipulation is that your canopies have to be 60 feet back from the runway, so you're still extremely close. 60 feet is nothing.
Just in case a plane has to come in and land or something, which is going to be part of the event. Airplanes will have the right-of-way at our event, so you know we'll have to land if you hear one coming or something, but you know
it'll be really neat though to see full-scale planes coming in. So then you can see a few of our different sections of flight lines. We're not going to be extremely strict about this, but it's just to make people feel more comfortable with their flying skills.
Where should I be kind of thing, and they're color coded. So the very first one that we have up here is the pink one.
Yeah, and that is the beginner flight line. So if you're a newcomer, or maybe if it's your first time first couple of times flying your airplane, this will be the perfect spot for you to go and test it out.
Got a lot more space. If you really, really don't want to fly around anyone else, you can go all the way down to the far left and just have tons of space to yourself. So we're going to say beginners are on the far left part of the runway. But that doesn't mean you have to fly down there if you're a new pilot. If you feel comfortable and you want to fly with other people, go right ahead and jump in with the main flight line.
This is just a casual weekend of flying fun. And Nate will be buddy boxing down toward the beginner flight line as much as he possibly can. So if you have never flown before, this is your opportunity to fly with Nate.
And you do not have to have AMA insurance to buddy box with me.
But if you're flying on your own, you have to have AMA.
Yes.
This is an AMA sanctioned event. We'll have that link down below, and it's linked on our Eventbrite page where you register and sign up and all that. So you have to make sure you have AMA. If you don't have AMA, you cannot fly. AMA only.
That's right.
AMA only. Then you have the main flight line, which is color coded in blue. That's going to be right when you walk out to the runway. That's going to be the first thing you see, the first spot you hit, which we thought was really appropriate. And then it goes down to where helis are flying.
There
not
probably
even sure
won't
if
be
we have that many helis there, but there's a spot for you if you enjoy it.
Yeah, there may be a couple. We'll probably have one or two, and I know Chad will probably bring a helicopter, so there'll be a couple helicopters
and that's
there.
Color-coded in red. And actually, we just met our OB last week, and he's a helicopter guy, so maybe we can talk him into coming.
OB, our doctor.
My doctor for the pregnancy. There are other things, and we'll hit that here in a second, but as it zooms over, you can see that the RV camping is going to be right on the asphalt, feet away from the runway, and we're really super excited about that. There will be no RV hookups, so you will have to make sure you have your generator and your water and all that stuff.
You're just eventually
it's just a spot.
Someday we may have the access to plug in like water and power and stuff, but just kind of treat it like you're going out to a field to fly or something. There are a couple RVs, I think, that have.
Oh yeah.
So.
And we're trying to get one too. Hopefully we can get one, because if we don't, I don't know what we're gonna do. We don't have an RV.
We'll just stay in a tent with our
I'm not
campers.
staying in a tent pregnant. I'll be like 17 weeks pregnant, Nathan. I'm not sleeping in a tent.
Okay.
And then it stops at the hangar. And the cool thing is that as long as everything works out, the person that owns the very end hangar is going to pull his plane out, clean up his hangar.
It's a double
one. And we are going to have an indoor mini whoop race course.
This actually might be one of the coolest things ever, because if it's windy or raining or something, we can all pretty much pile in there and probably take up half the space and use the other half of the hangar for micro FPV flying out of the wind and rain.
And Chad South, aka Foamy Ninja, we'll have him linked below. He is heading up the entire mini whoop course. He's actually made hoops with lights and stuff, and he's hooking it up, different sizes. He's a mad scientist. We're super excited. It's probably going to be one of our favorite things.
I think so, and I think a lot of people will like it too, because micro is less intimidating. It's harder to break stuff, And
but you still have to have AMA to fly your micros.
At our event, yeah.
Yeah, because it's inside a hangar.
Yeah.
And you could hit a plane. Not that a mini
thing
would do much damage.
It'll be pulled out,
still.
but you need to have your insurance when you're flying there. But the micro stuff, we may end up flying outside. We're going to try to do maybe some casual racing with it, but it's not going to be like a...
It's not going to be a sanctioned contest.
Yeah, for the micro stuff. The micro stuff is going to be fun, but there might be casual racing, like...
Yeah.
Hey, Abby and David and Dan, let's race. But nothing like official with, I don't think, we may have a prize or something, but nothing big. So.
Yeah. And right across I guess it's kind of the runway, but it's not the main runway, is where we're going to set up.
This is pretty cool.
A ground track. Now, if you're just a ground person, you do not have to have AMA to play with your truck on this course. But on Thursday, all our volunteers are going to come together and we're going to build a wooden track. And I'll show you the layout of it right here, because I have a shot. I hope I still have that shot. Robert Goff designed it, so thanks to him again for doing that. He's helped us a lot.
That should be fun to build, and it's just also going to be pretty casual, like hey, do you guys want to race, since we all have Traxxas trucks, or we all have the WL Toys 12428 truck. Let's all race. You know, it'll be really casual.
Just funny.
If people really want to get a blocked out time to race, we can, and then there will be more focus on it, and maybe we'll come up with a prize for it. But
I don't think we have anybody to really head up that section, to be like in charge of that section, so that's why it's just casual right now.
Yeah, but there's going to be a track that we made with people. That'll be a first for us, so that's exciting. And you don't have to keep them in that track. You can run them around
we don't care.
through the tents
Just don't
and
hit
parking.
anybody.
Yeah, just be careful and stuff. Have fun. And remember, on Monday after the whole thing is over, we're going to go to the cave area. We'll have more information on that soon. But bring like a trailing truck. We're going to go hiking through Old Man's Cave and
Hocking Hills area.
The Hocking Hills area around waterfalls and stuff for probably a couple hours or so at least.
As long as my feet can handle it.
You'll be fine. We're just gonna.
He has so much faith in me.
We're just gonna hang out, go on a hike with people, just talk and visit.
And we'll have our axial trucks for that. It'll be a trailing.
Like our SCX 10s. We'll have a couple batteries and backpacks. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Yeah, and that'll be on Monday, so it's not like an official part of RCS Fest. You don't have to register or anything if you only want to come and do that with us.
The Monday thing is kind of almost separate.
That'll be June 18th, and it'll probably be in the morning before it gets hot.
Yeah.
Then also you can see on the map there is a section right now for vendors. We don't have any RC vendors that have committed yet, but if you have somebody in mind, even if it's just a local mom and pop shop, send them our way. We'd love to have them.
I mean, I did reach out to 2 small mom and pop shops, and they were very interested. I just need to follow up with them at this point and let them know what's going on. So it's possible there could be a few vendors there.
But we'd like to get our numbers up a little bit more before we have someone commit to coming.
Yes.
So, and then we're gonna pan over. You're gonna see where our tents are gonna go, which is right up on top of a hill that's flattened off, so it's
right
pretty
by the parking.
Neat. Right by the parking, and that's gonna be awesome. We actually have several people already signed up to tent too, so that's cool. We also have people signed up to stay at the castle. Some people are staying at the cabins in Hocking Hills. I have lots of things linked on the Eventbrite page that you can check out
good stuff.
too.
There's good food around, and we probably should talk about the food too.
We will. I'm going to finish this map because that's all they probably looked at for like 5 minutes now. The last section you're going to see here on this map is the FPV section. There's two sections. The green section is the FPV racing. Horizon Hobby has sent us 10 racing gates.
Amazing.
A Horizon Hobby race gate set, 5 of those, and Spectrum race gates. So swing over and tell them thank you for sponsoring that section. And a huge thank you to Stacy Abshire. We'll have his channel linked below. He's going to be doing timed races at some point over there just for fun.
We may actually have a prize for that. There's going to be a blocked out section on the schedule for a few hours probably where we ask that no one fly anything FPV unless you're there with Stacy flying through the race gates because we don't want overlap on the signals. And that'll be the only time the only time that we encourage you to just turn off your FPV stuff like the drones. You can watch with your goggles, but anyway, that should be really cool. Stacy's going to lead that.
And it's going to be the setup of the official multi-GP track.
Yeah.
So 5 gates. We're hoping to have like the cones on the ground that you can follow. So it's going to be really nice. We're really looking forward to that. And then finally on the complete right side of the airport or the runway is in orange. It's going to be the freestyle FPV section. We're going to set up the extra Horizon Hobby gates over there. And we have some gates and flags from Hobby King that we got years ago that we'll set up there too, so you can just go over there and fly for fun with your FPV.
Yeah, just kind of like practice and chase each other around. The end of the runway kind of dives off into a valley, and so that would be fun to dive into with your race drone if you want to risk that. And then, you know, that's not to say that if you and your best friend or husband, wife, whatever, want to fly on the main flight line and chase the other person's airplane with your race drone, I'm not opposed to that at all. Just some people don't like when the race drones are with the airplanes. Most people at our event will be fine, I'm sure, but some people don't. So that's why we have these areas blocked off. That's not to say you can't have some overlap. We just want to have a little bit of structure going into this.
Yeah. So we mentioned food, and since it's in kind of a secluded area, we do have a food vendor coming, and the airport will be doing concessions throughout the whole thing. This is a huge fundraiser for the airport. We're really excited to raise money for them. So they're going to be doing cookout stuff.
Hamburgers, hot dogs.
And they also mentioned wanting to do a bonfire on Saturday night.
That'd be cool.
So if that happens, I'm super excited about it. So the airport is going to do the concessions, and that's going to be in what looks like a hangar on this image, but it's actually, it opens up and there's picnic tables and stuff too,
it's which really nice facility.
Is awesome for like a shelter to get out of the sun. Then our friends contacted us. They're out of, I think, Pennsylvania.
They have a pretzel.
They have a pretzel business. It's called The Pretzel Place. I'll link it down below. Go give their Facebook page a like and support them and tell them thank you for coming down to RCS Fest, because we're really excited. They're selling pretzels, all kinds of pretzels.
Like soft, homemade, by hand pretzels.
And I'm sure at that point in my pregnancy, I'm going to love having them there.
Oh, I'll love having them there. I'll probably eat 20 of them every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nate's mom is going to be selling baked goods.
Like brownies and cookies and maybe Rice Krispies and stuff like that. That's cool. So you're going to have like sweet snacks all day long. And
she's going to be selling some of our merchandise. We're going to have t-shirts there, and we're hoping to have some hats for you guys.
I think we're going to have hats. We finally I found a local person that can make them, and the price was pretty good. I want to make sure we can get them low enough to where we can sell them to you guys for, you know, a good cheap price too. I want them to look good.
And we've been toying around with the idea, if we don't have any RC vendors there, possibly bringing some of our own RCs to sell. If you guys are interested in that, let us know, because we're just kind of like teetering back and forth, like if we should have our stuff there.
If a vendor's going to be there, I don't want our stuff to be there.
Because right now, everything we sell that's been on our channel is going to go toward the baby's stuff.
Yes.
So we kind of want to, just so we have the extra money, because the carpet replacement and the painting and all that stuff costs money.
The money from like the pilot registration, a big chunk of it's going to the airport for just using the facility. The rest of it is going to go to amenities. Like we have to buy the lumber to make that track.
We're not making money from this event.
No,
not
this
a
is
penny.
not for us. So if we do want to make anything, like selling some of our old RCs, just let us know what you think in the comments section. If it's heavily swayed one way or another, we'll definitely hear what you guys have to say.
So a lot of people have emailed me and asked about a schedule, and if we come up with a schedule, it's just going to be a very tentative schedule. We're very laid back people. We like to get stuff done, but when it comes to like setting a set in stone schedule for an event, I don't know. I just don't think that sounds very fun. Like we're just too laid back for that.
We're super laid back.
And then like we are the type of people that if it doesn't happen at this time, like we get stressed. Because you all might have been ready for that event to happen, but we weren't, and then so we don't want to like let people down. I don't know. That's just the way our brains work.
With this event,
it's just us.
If it's just the 50 of you guys that'll be there, I guess we can probably handle it. But if it's a little bit more that show up, really, ultimately, it's us hosting this event. So, you know, if we...
And we don't want to be running around with like a chicken with our heads cut off. We want to be hanging out with you guys. Not worried about 50 other things.
But we're definitely going to have a section for Stacy Abshire for the race drones. Absolutely. That's probably going to be something like noon to 3 every Friday and Saturday, and probably Sunday too.
And same with indoor racing. That's going to happen all day. We've toyed around with some event ideas with the glider thing.
We'll probably do a glider contest. So bring a glider, so that what we're going to do is 30 seconds or so of power. Cut your power. I think it's the honesty policy, I'm pretty sure. That's how that works. And then you see who can stay in the air the longest. The person that stays in the air the longest might get a t-shirt from us.
I don't know.
Something like that. Nothing huge.
And we've toyed around with the idea of doing combat, but we like combat, but we don't know if the people at our event are going to like combat, because you basically destroy your plane.
If everyone's flying balsa planes that are beautiful, I don't want to do combat. If everyone's flying cheap little Adams board foam planes, then maybe we'll do combat. So that's why we're kind of tentative with this.
We want to hear back from you guys, too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe leave it in the comment section below what event you'd like to have, and if there's an overwhelming number of, yes, we want combat, then we'll make combat happen, and we'll make an hour or so for combat. If you guys want to do a balloon pop, then we'll do a balloon pop.
And of course, there's going to be night flying.
Yes.
Every single night.
And the way that schedule works is when the sun goes down,
you're like flying in the air.
You're not planes.
And you can fly all night for all I care.
What's going to probably realistically happen is I'm going to get out a plane and I'm going to put ribbons on it, and I'll say we're going to do a ribbon cutting contest, a streamer cutting contest, or something like that. And I'll let everyone know. We'll have a heads up.
And when Nate has batteries charged for buddy boxing, we'll make an announcement. Hey, we're doing buddy boxing.
Yes. It's going to be...
We'll try to make a schedule for you guys, but just know it's going to be tentative.
The whole weekend is just a casual hangout with friends. That's what this is. That's absolutely what it is. We have a little bit of official stuff, but mostly it's just, hey man, that's a cool charger. Show me how it works.
Yep.
Or, wow, that's an amazing truck. Let's go race.
Yep.
Really casual.
The cool thing is that this is at a full scale runway. I'm not sure if we've mentioned that yet, or maybe we've mentioned it like 50 times already.
50 times.
But there will be airplane rides at this event.
Supposed to be.
Right now, we're looking at Sunday. We're not the pilots, so it just depends on the pilot's schedule. But Harry Sowards is the one that's doing the airplane rides, and we're super excited about it. He flew us in his plane the day Nathan proposed to me over Hocking Hills. It's beautiful.
I didn't propose in the plane, but that did happen.
I wouldn't have been able to function. That was my first plane ride ever.
He's a great pilot, and he's been training people to get their pilot's license, and he takes people on tours daily. He's an amazing pilot, and I think he's charging like $25 or
$30 a person.
per person for like a 15 or 20 minute ride, which is amazing. If you go somewhere like the Smokies and you want to fly something like that, it would probably cost you hundreds of dollars.
The last helicopter ride that we did was like $200.
Like $200 for like 5 or 10 minutes.
They charged extra for the headphones.
They nickel and dime us. You know, this, you'll want to bring $50 to go flying. Definitely.
And I think he can fit 3 people.
I think so.
3, maybe 4, but I think 3.
I think so.
In his plane. So that'll be fun. Again, you have to be, I just have notes here because I've had lots of questions sent to me through emails. You have to have AMA registration. I'll have that link below. It's on the event.
AMA insurance. You have to show up with your insurance number, your AMA insurance number.
Do it ahead of time because it takes a while to get that number. You'll get a card in the mail.
And if you don't want to pay for it for a whole year, they do have a thing where you can pay, I think, 3 months, and it's like a little less than half price.
Yep.
So.
In fact, that's what your dad does every single year.
Does.
And this year, he's timing it with our event and Flight Fest.
Yeah.
So that works out really great if you've wanted to go to Flight Fest too. Buy it right before our event, and then you can go to Flight Fest too. Now, charging. A lot of people are concerned about charging their batteries.
Yeah.
There are going to be random outlets available.
But
randomly.
Not enough for 50 people, I can tell you that already. Probably not enough for 20 people.
You need to bring a generator. That's it.
Some people have solar generators and they look awesome and I really want one. We're probably going to bring like a gas generator. We might have our stuff plugged into the hangar just so we have our little HQ place. But realistically, bring a generator of some kind.
Yeah.
Or just a lot of batteries.
The other thing I've gotten a ton of emails about is our facilities set up. We will have porta potties near the tents and near the control tower. There will be porta potties for you guys. But people have asked about showers. Right now, there will not be showers. Showers cost $3,000 at a minimum to rent.
Yeah. That's the cheapest we can find.
$3,000. We have 50 people signed up. That's not even close to $3,000. Plus, a huge portion is going to the airport, and we have other expenses. So right now, showers will not be available. So just keep that in mind.
We have had a few donations, but it's not enough to even touch that yet.
Yeah, if you want to donate to our event, at that Eventbrite page, there is a donation box. We've had a few donations already, and a huge thank you to you guys. You know who you are.
Yes, but if the donations if you've already donated, don't donate more. But if the donations hit $3,000,
there will be showers.
I'll get showers. We'll make it happen. That'll be the one thing we'll make happen for everybody that I would really like to have.
Yep. And a lot of people have been kind of confused with the ticket setup. If you're going to fly, you have to register as a pilot.
Fly anything.
And there's only, we're simple people, so we've made it simple. There's only one pilot ticket, $30 all weekend. Whether you're there,
1 day.
Whether you're there 1 day or all weekend, it's $30.
Yeah.
That makes it easy on me and Nathan because it's just me and him doing the background planning of it.
Yeah.
Spectators are $10. I think we have a cheaper method for kids. I didn't write it down. I should have, but it's at that Eventbrite page. If you are going to camp or do RVs, that is an additional charge.
Yes.
So you have to register as a pilot and register your RV or your tent. Just letting you know.
And if you're just going to be there as a spectator, you can drive your ground vehicles. You can buddy box with me.
And you can watch
and watch
a ton of airplanes.
Yes.
And shop if there's going to be vendors there. I don't know.
So. But to fly something, to put an RC in the air, you do have to have your AMA insurance and register as a pilot. That is just...
So we're super excited.
Yeah.
If you have more questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to volunteer, just send me an email and I'll put you on the list. We're super excited to have you guys out for just a casual weekend of RC fun.
Remember, it's all types of RCs, electric, gas, and everything. So
everything except boats.
Yes. And just, it's come to make friends, put your stuff in the air, drive it around on the ground. Just enjoy the hobby.
Yeah. Everybody that came to our event last
like
year
our best friend now.
are our best friends and their best friends too.
We have like a Facebook group.
It was incredible to see the transformation from when everybody got there on Friday to when everybody was leaving on Sunday. Like people were sad, hugging, and like no one wanted to leave. It was just beautiful.
It was cool.
So we're excited to meet you.
Yeah.
We're excited to become your friend and just have an awesome weekend with you. So if you're wanting to come, click that Eventbrite link down in the description box and we will see you at RCS Fest 2018.